Alright, today's the day. Take the carbs out. Got a nice little bucket. Gonna fill it up with some oil and see if I can't grease these suckers up and clean them out. Still some gas down there. After that, I'm gonna take the tank out and then go from there. Probably delete the AC, cut that belt. Mildew smells kind of creeping back. Guessing it's the two seats because they still have the original material underneath. So I might have to take these covers off and get creative. That might be a tricky one though. So got these in here, but it just feels kind of moist in here too. So we haven't been in here for a couple days. Let it air out. Got Blue Moon sitting here, looking real nice. Maybe give this guy some inspiration, you know? Woo! Yeah. God dang. Of course, this thing had like a full tank. Just sitting for like 10 years. I'm sure people probably put new gas in it to try and get it to run, but that shit ain't gonna run with that in it. All right. I got the gas tank filled up with like a gallon of vinegar, a little bit of water. Gonna let that sit for a couple days. Shake it every day or something, I guess. And while that's going, I need to get some crow's feet for the carburetor because I can't get to these bolts. Yeah, these bolts down, not those ones, but the ones right there. Bingo. Right there. So I can't get to them. I took the valve cover off. The cams actually look really good. Double row timing chain. That's always good. I don't know if these ever came stock with single row, but I know the 450 SL is double row. The 350 has single row, and it was a problem. Once we get these out, I'm gonna use some mystery oil and let them soak in a nice bath. Sorry, I was using them. Let them soak in here for a couple days to loosen up. So I'm using a crow's foot on an extension to get to these bolts, and it's working. It's just gonna take forever, but that's how you get these guys out on this side. And then I took off the valve cover. All right, little update. Haven't been filming too much this morning, but finally draining the gas tank. I've been doing a big flush on it with a bunch of water and stuff, and I'm gonna let it dry out, obviously, so I don't get water in the engine. But other than that, last night I did end up letting the carburetor sit in a pool of that mystery oil. Put some of it down the plugs. Gonna let it sit there for a minute. Might crank the engine over, kind of mix everything up. And then I got some new oil, got some new plugs, some gaskets. Might do that, might not. Might see if it's even gonna run first, and then I'll fix some leaks and stuff. So it's not too much of a hassle to get all the carburetors out. But let's see what else we got going over here. Letting these puppy dry out. Been hitting them with the air hose, cleaning them out. They look a lot better than they were before. They're probably ready to go back in. They're a little wet, but man, you should have seen the gunk that was sitting at the bottom of those bowls. I need to figure out how to get to the float bowls and release them because they might be seized up. So that's the next step on those guys. All right, gas tank's back in, all cleaned out, all the lines connected again. Got the carburetors back in. Not confident at all that those floats are actually free to move, so I'm gonna lay this towel down underneath the spark plugs and crank it without the plugs, so all that oil can come back out and kind of move around. And then once I do that for a minute, I'm gonna do an oil change and put the plugs back in, do the wires again, and then put some gas in it and see if it cranks up. But I think I need to get new carburetors. I'll probably end up getting new ones, the Weber ones, instead of the Zenith, because these are super tricky to rebuild, I've heard. And I tried taking out all these screws to take off the top to get to the float bowl, and it's just all seized together, so probably won't even be able to rebuild it in the first place. But we'll see how it goes. It'll give me a tricky one to get up in here. I didn't really think about that. Oh Lord. All right. I already been trying, but I can't get it. Just cranking. That's it. So I'm thinking I probably need new carbs, unfortunately. No go. So, yeah, I think these guys are just bad. Those floats are probably stuck wide open or closed. I don't know. They're stuck. So fuel's not getting by. Yeah, because there's no fuel coming into the carb, it doesn't look like. I don't see nothing. Yeah, so the flaps down in there that open up into the manifold they're not even opening. I was hoping once it was under vacuum that they'd open up, but these things are seized up. They're not budging at all. So time for some new boys, I think. So time to save up.